Turn on your mind and turn up that radio. It's AM Beaver County on 95.7 FM, 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and 1460 WMBA.
And we're back on AM Beaver County on this Wednesday morning, and we're now talking with the trio of ladies from Bert's Wooden Indian over in Beaver, I guess would be the proper. I know it's right next to Bridgewater, but it's in Beaver. And go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Beth McCartney.
My name is Emily Sebastian.
And I am Nichole Blakely.
And good morning to all three of you, and thank you for stopping by. And we're going to talk today about a couple of things. First of all, for those who don't know about Bert's, there's a lot of legacy behind that place and a lot of different things that have happened. A lot of people have come by and a long history. Beth, why don't you talk something about that?
Okay, yeah, there's definitely a lot of long history. I guess if you read our bio, it was started over 75 years ago by David Sebastian, our current owner, by his parents, Bert and Julia. That's how it got this name, Bert's Wooden Indian. It was their lifelong dream to have a restaurant, and they ran it with dignity and morals, and it's actually still run that way now. And we get people that come into the restaurant that have come in 50 years ago. They got engaged there or their first date there after a high school football game. And they're still coming in now with their children and grandchildren and even some great-grandchildren. And there's been a lot of fun stories.
Yeah, there has been. There's so many different things that can happen and so many different things that have happened. And what makes it great is that, it's been family-owned and operated for so long. It's been this part. And we were talking the last segment with the mayor about, sort of being the hub. Well, Beaver's sort of in that same category. It's like right in the center of the county. So those who have come by from the northern parts of the county, the southern parts of the county, they've all been a part of, going to Bert's for so many years.
Yeah, and it's relaxing, I think, for the customers to come in because they see employees that have worked there for 30 plus years, and it's so reassuring for especially the older folks to come in and see the same server that's been waiting on them for 30 years. Mm-hmm. They feel like they're at home. It's a really family home atmosphere within the whole restaurant.
But at the same time, times change, and so do some of the personnel, and that's what we're also here to talk about today, is that you guys are looking for some people to help continue that legacy of quality and presentation at Bert's.
Yeah. Yes, with the epidemic, especially, we lost a few key people. So we definitely need some people to round out our family. Cooks is a big issue. We need a lot of cooks. Mm-hmm. We have nice, easy hours. You can work morning or night. Morning is like 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. Night is 3 p.m. till probably about 10. We close at 9. So after your cleanup is done and everything. And what's nice is the restaurant is closed on Sundays and Mondays. So people still get their family life with their birth families.
and that's a point I think that is so severely underrated when it comes to that because, especially because I know you mentioned during the pandemic, there were all these different employees that went away and a lot of businesses went with that. But a lot of other businesses, in fact, some of those same businesses were relying on people to, have, extra shifts up to like 18, 20 hours a week, and it would just be exhausting for them. And with Bert's, for a fact that if you work there, you're going to get those 2 days off no matter what. You may have to come in an extra hour or two some days, but in those 2 days, you have the rest. And I think for someone who's getting maybe their first job or looking to, make a little extra income, that is a huge benefit for that.
Yeah, it is, because I have worked in restaurants practically my whole life, and most restaurants are open 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. And when the staffing is short, they will ask you to work. And if they ask you to work 7 days a week, and they'll try to make you do it. Mm-hmm. This way, you work 5 days if you want to, and that's it.
Yes. And not only that, but the very act of being a cook or a chef, particularly in the Bert's community, in and of itself is an environment that again has managed to create such quality food and a quality environment for so long. And Emily or Nichole, I'll reach out to you guys for this one. What's it like working and sort of being part of that Bert's environment that makes it such a strong community that it is?
I don't know. I really enjoy working at Bert's. I always have. I've been there for 9 years, and I've grown some really great relationships with the customers, my coworkers. Like Beth said, it's like a homey environment. You know what I mean? And it's nice to go in and know that you're going to be around people that you're comfortable with, that you get along with, because at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. You don't want to go to work and not get along with your coworkers and stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to have that feeling of, I'm rolling my eyes and
right, yeah.
dragging throughout the day and feeling like I'm not part of it. No, you
Yes.
want to be involved with everything.
Right.
Yeah, going off of that, we spend a lot of time like outside of work together too, which I think just makes it even better. We're not just tolerating each other
Yeah.
during our shifts. We hang out on our own time. We have parties related to like Christmas parties, or we had a Thanksgiving dinner together. So it's more than just coworkers. We're actually all very close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's huge too, because if you don't have that extra level of wanting to work together and wanting to participate in things together, helping out whenever somebody can't do it, and making sure that everything is in its best place, then the operation doesn't go as planned. And that's what makes Bert so successful, is they've been able to do that for so long and are looking to continue to do that even into the new era of life that we seem to be living in. For those who are watching on the Facebook feed or on YouTube, if you look in the right-hand corner of the screen, there is a QR code for those who are interested in applying to Bert's Wooden Indian in Beaver. And if you want to do that, also if they want to do it the old-fashioned way of coming in and applying, how can they do that?
Just walk right in, ask for an application, sit down, fill it out, and you can probably talk to David that same day. And if you're qualified, he'll hire you and might call you back for a second interview. But what's nice about Bert's is everything that they bake and cook is the same as was done 75 years ago. Like our beef and pork is slow roasted in its natural juices, the way that Bert and Julia did it 75 years ago. So it's good, all homemade food. It's all fresh food. Our beef is all fresh. Our chicken's all fresh. And when you come in to be a cook, you actually learn from the fresh to the product.
Yes, yes.
Very nice.
It is very nice. And you mentioned the food. We are going to get to that because you guys did bring a little bit to try. So I'm getting curious about that. We'll do that on the other side of this break. We're talking with Beth McCartney, Emily Sebastian, and Nichole Blakely from Bert's Wooden Indian in Beaver. Again, the QR code if you're interested in working for them up in the right-hand corner on the Facebook feed or the YouTube feed. And we'll be back, as we will, after the break here on AM Beaver County.
You don't have to have had an accident, suffered a sports injury, or undergone surgery to take advantage of the benefits of physical therapy from Dale Reckless at MRS Physical Therapy. At a recent live broadcast at MRS Physical Therapy in Bridgewater, Dale Reckless talked about treatment for the common foot pain condition, plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis is a pretty common thing, and I tell my patients, don't wait to come and get some treatment for it. The longer you wait, the more chronic it becomes, and we'll still fix it, it'll just take longer. If you come to see me when you're first getting the symptoms, then I can take care of it a lot quicker. What I do with plantar fasciitis is we give some stretches to do. I do a lot of hands-on exercise, and then I also do an evaluation of how they walk and how they stand. They need the hands-on work that I do to help cure the plantar fasciitis.
If you need physical therapy for any reason, choose the place that your friends and neighbors do. MRS Physical Therapy in Bridgewater and Cranberry Physical Therapy in Cranberry. Visit mrsphysicaltherapy.com.
Highmark, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Allegheny Health Network are pleased to present a new show on Beaver County Radio called Heroes. Tune in every Saturday at 10 and Sunday at 12:30 for Heroes, a wonderful half-hour segment hosted by Jim Roddy that profiles many of the local heroes in this community. Click highmark.com for more information and then tune in for Heroes this Saturday at 10 and again Sunday at 12:30 on WBVP, WMBA, and 99.3 FM.
When Mom started having trouble around her home, I became concerned. Little things were a struggle, but she didn't want anyone fussing over her. She wanted to stay in her home, but didn't know how she could manage it on her own. We didn't know what to do. Then we heard about Life Beaver County. Life stands for Living Independence for the Elderly. The Life program allows seniors to live safely in their homes with access to medical, social, and therapy services. Now that Mom's in the Life program, she has her own team of nurses and doctors that care for her. Mom loves attending the day center where she spends time with her friends. She gets wonderful in-home support, prescription coverage, meals, and transportation. She couldn't be happier, and I couldn't be more assured that she's being well taken care of when I can't be there. To find out more about Life Beaver County, call today, 724-378-5400.
You can also visit Life Beaver County at their new website, lifevicare.org. That's LIFEVIE care.org. Live life at home.
Tune in every Friday at 12:30 for another insightful edition of Living Well, a special segment on Beaver County Radio designed to help you enjoy the best, most fulfilling, and healthiest life possible. Hosted by Dr. Joseph Maroon and Jeff Boast, and presented by St. Barnabas. Living Well, Fridays at 12:30, right here on Beaver County Radio, WBVP Beaver Falls, WMBA Ambridge, along with 99.3 FM and 95.7 FM.
Rev up your engines. It's time to celebrate summer in a GNU way. GNU's Body Works has everything it takes to make you the star of the show at this year's car cruises. It's time to restore that old ride to its former glory. Call on Gary Snare and his team at GNU's Body Works with over 20 years experience. Gary cares about your car almost as much as you do. He can get your motorcycle ready for the road too. GNU's handles collision and general body repairs. So get ready for the happy days ahead and call GNU's Body Works, 8th Street in Freedom.
Thanks for tuning in to Beaver County Radio, created by local people in the St. Barnabas studio. 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls and 1460 WMBA Ambridge. And we're back on AM Beaver County on Beaver County Radio, along with Facebook Live. We're talking with Beth McCartney, Emily Sebastian, and Nichole Blakely from Bert's Wood Indian in Beaver. We were talking in the last segment about the idea of working at Bert's and the positive vibes and benefits that come with that. And one thing we didn't talk about real quickly is the diversity, because anybody could pretty much work at Bert's, and it's a great thing for that as well. That well, I'll have you guys explain that.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many friends that work there, ranging in ages from, 75 years old all the way down to 15 years old. I'm 22, and I get along with everybody that works there. People who are married, single, who have families, who are still in high school or in college and need a part-time job, full-time job. So regardless of your circumstances, I know you'll fit in at Bert's.
Yeah, and that's, again, you want to feel included. A good way to start is to, have that thing of, hey, if it doesn't matter where you are in life, what you're doing with, if you want to work here, we're willing to be accept you into our family of employment. But a lot with that is, the idea of, working hard and training. And, a lot of people say, oh, am I going to be ready to do something like this? Well, you'll be ready because, working at Bert's will allow you to become part of that. Right?
Yeah, we definitely don't throw you into a fire. There's training for the cooks. Our main kitchen staff is Linda and Sean. Linda runs the morning shift and Sean runs the nighttime shift. And there's 5 workstations in the restaurant. There's oven, fry, salad, goes on and on. I don't know all of them actually because I'm a server. But Sean or Linda will walk you through each station, and you will start off with the easiest, and then once you learn that, you move on to the next one, and then the more you learn, the more valuable you are to us, and the more money you can make. But they don't just throw you into the fire. They will take the time to show you each station and how to work it.
Exactly, and that's what makes the teamwork as strong as it is being able to have those skills and being able to have that learning environment where nobody's everybody has their position and everybody has their skill set, but not everybody is like, oh, well, I can do this, I'm better than you. That's not part of the equation. It's simply a matter of get the job done and get a job done right.
Yep, it's definitely teamwork because it does take teamwork to get everything out. Our restaurant also doesn't have heat lamps like a lot of the chain restaurants have heat lamps.
Yep.
Like if your French fries are done 10 minutes before your main course, they're going to sit under a heat lamp for 10 minutes. We don't have heat lamps. So everything comes up at the same time and it gets out to the table. Everything's hot and
right.
It takes teamwork to make that happen with all the stations.
I was going to say, you said everything comes out hot. That is true when it comes to the main dishes.
Yes.
Something like this, on the other hand, not so much. Because I wanted to show everybody, because we talk about the employment and the craft and the quality that it takes. The actual crafts are being taken. I want to show everybody these right here.
Yeah, those are our bistros. There's red velvet, key lime pie, and peanut butter pie. There are single serving sizes, but definitely you could share them if you wanted to each have 2 bites. But they are a big seller.
They look like it too. I mean, you just see, if you're looking on the Facebook Live or YouTube, it is mouth watering, and just looking at them here in person, it is incredible. And that's just one of the many things that is offered at Bert's, and that's a part of it too, that you have this variety of different food. It's not just your typical. I mean, there is typical, but there's a variety that comes with the level of comfort that comes with it.
Yeah, we have a very big menu. You can get ham barbecue and beef barbecue and pork barbecue are more or less our signature dishes, which have been started like a long time ago. And then probably a little over 30 years ago, David added an oven. So now we make baked chicken salads, which are very popular. Baked fish, because fried fish is kind of a weight gain thing. But it's still delicious. We have it, but it's still delicious. But a lot of people are looking for the baked fish. We have baked fish salads, baked fish dinners, sandwiches. Same with the chicken, baked chicken salads. We have like 5 or 6 different kinds of baked chicken salads. Then we have all the fried food appetizers like French fries, onion rings, mushroom caps, sweet potato fries, red skin potatoes. And then desserts are fantastic. We have hot fudge sundaes. We have homemade pies. The pies are baked every morning at Bert's, which is another job for one of the cooks. Sundaes, floats, milkshakes. We run the whole realm of restaurant food. And we have great steak salads. We sell a lot of those. And everything is a nice portion. Our homemade dressings, which are legendary in Beaver, I believe, are the house dressing, which is a thin, sweet and sour dressing. And then we have a homemade blue cheese dressing, which is fantastic. So we have a lot of good food.
It sounds like there's a lot of good food, and I don't think you can make a more convincing argument than the one I just heard, because we've been talking today about the quality of working at Bert's, but the quality of food is of itself something to be experienced. So for those who want to experience the pleasure of eating at Bert's, I know we talked about working there before, and again the QR code is up in the corner there, up there. Point my finger the other way. There we go. And if someone wants to get a meal at Bert's, when are you guys open and where are you guys located, for those who do not know?
Well, our address is 308 Leopard Lane, Beaver. We're right across from a lot of doctors' offices, and across the road from Bridgewater, like you said. We are open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. We offer takeout. You can call in at the telephone number and order takeout, or we have this Toast app. It's from our POS system. It's an app you can put on your phone and order food from that, or you can just come in and order it and sit at the counter and wait for it, or sit down and enjoy someone waiting for or on you. So
Right, and all of that you mentioned, the atmosphere, the work environment, the food, it all makes for a great operation that's been in Beaver County for so many decades, and hopefully continues to be. And I sincerely hope, for the sake of you guys staying in business, that people do come out not just to get a good taste of the good food, but also to help create that good food that's coming out of that kitchen each and every day by becoming a part of the team.
yeah, and now that the weather is nice, we have a nice outdoor patio. It makes it so pleasant for eating outside.
Mm-hmm.
We have music is piped in out there. It's very nice and relaxing.
It is. Beth, Emily, Nichole, thank you guys so much for coming in today to talk about Bert's, the ins and outs of working there, eating there, and the history that it's created for Beaver County. And again, blessings to all of you for not just bringing the food today, but talking about this operation that's been a part of Beaver County for so long. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Teleform's next on AM Beaver County, or on Beaver County Radio. AM Beaver County is done.
It's always the right time to shop the Hopewell Shopping Center.